Okay, go ahead, yeah.
My name is Angela and I work for Brady's Oysters. We're located in Westport, Washington.
And what does your organization do as a whole?
We are oyster producers. We are an oyster farm and we grow them from babies to production, process them, we shuck them, package them, and we bring them to the farmers markets.
How long does that take?
The process of growing an oyster, like this oyster is probably 2 to 3 years old. So it takes a long time to grow oysters. So it really is a long process. And for us, for our farm, we buy the larvae, we put them in setting tanks and grow them from, it looks like a tea bag pretty much, and they grow into these, and then they just kind of keep growing bigger. I wish I had bigger ones earlier in the day, but they end the market now.
And do you exclusively sell at farmers markets, or are you also?
We actually have a storefront. We do have a storefront in Westport.
Okay, cool. What do you think of the farmers market as a place of sale? Do you shop at that yourself?
I do. That's actually the reason why. I'm a mom, and this is my only job, just because I love to come to the farmers market myself. It's a perfect atmosphere, and where you here in the city, you guys don't get fresh seafood, and where as I can talk, where we're at, we get fresh seafood, so it's nice to bring it to the city.
Yeah.
And it's high in demand, and people are happy to see me, so
yeah,
it's kind of nice.
Do you feel empowered within the current food system?
We do. We have a good, for us, I mean, seafood is, everybody likes seafood, and it is hard to come by, especially where you're located, so it's nice to feel wanted.
What do you see any problems with the food system today?
Food is very expensive when it comes to organic and things that are good for you. Food is very expensive, so this is the only place that you can really get fresh, organic foods.
How many people work on your
so in our, like in the cannery where the guys are actually working, I think there's 8 guys, and that includes all the guys that are actually harvesting, planting, our shucker, a grader, which the grader is who actually puts these into the container, and then there's a manager down there. So I think there's about 8 guys there, and then we have probably 6 ladies that work in the store, 2 managers over there, and then there's 4 of us that actually do markets. We do the Puyallup, we do the West Seattle, we do the U District, Ballard, and the Tacoma market.
Cool. And those are all full-time jobs, right?
Well, however many days a week they are, but yes.
How do you think your job is viewed by others outside of the food system, and do you think their perspective reflects the realities of your life?
I don't know, that's kind of hard, because some people that don't understand where their seafood comes from might think that it's expensive, but they don't understand the risks that fishermen take to go out on the ocean. They don't understand how long of a process it takes to grow these oysters. I mean, this is a couple year long process. So if we have a bad year, that's a bad year, and that means our entire crop can be gone. So it's, I don't think a lot of people understand, so I think it's more the misconception of it's just easy to go pick it from a plant. It's not. It's a growing process. And there's a lot of dangers. Oh, you're fine.
How do you think we can get more people to understand?
Well, it's just education. For us at Brady's, on our website, we try to inform people and we try to tell people. Most of us employees are pretty educated and just kind of know our general knowledge of oysters and what it takes to produce them. So really, it's just people need to ask more questions. Awesome. Research is an amazing thing.
Okay, I have a couple more questions. How did you get involved with the food industry, and have you ever worked in another part of the food industry?
I got involved with Brady's because I live in a small town and they're very family oriented, so it was appealing to me to work in a family atmosphere, and I think that's kind of why the markets work well for us, because we're very family oriented. I have worked in the other industries. I'm actually a bartender by trade, so I've worked a lot in the food industry, and this is more my platform. This is more where I would rather be.
Okay, cool.
What do you think is like the importance, or do you think that there's any importance to shopping locally and like supporting small business, like versus, I mean obviously it is important, but like what kind of value do you place on it?
It's the most important thing for me because I come from a super small town, which I work for a family business. I have a small family. If it wasn't for us coming to the city, and if it wasn't for that, I guess that it just has a lot of importance to me. Like this is like my job. This is where I would work. They are my family, and it's because we do come from a small town. So.
Okay. Do you have anything else? Really? Yeah. Okay. Thank you.